Trailer for sailor rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. Ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road.
Oh, the king of cool, the man that defined it in the tuxedo, Dean Martin singing King of the Road. Let me give you some more of that.
Don't pay no union dues to smoke or stogies.
Sing it, Dino, sing it.
Short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road.
The one, the only, Dean Martin. Frank loved him. God rest your soul. Passed away on Christmas Day, December 25th, 1995. I was stationed in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Breaking news. God rest your soul, Dino. I know you're up there with my father and Frank, and I'm sure now you're doing the 8 o'clock show. It seems to always be the 8 o'clock show. Well, hey, folks, this is another RSR video email bag, and I am Bad Brad Berkowitz, the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Now, if you want to be on my next show, and it seems that everybody wants to be on it lately, send your questions in to Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. That's Ringside Report 2014 at gmail.com. Now, the book, there it is, close up. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by the cat in the back. Me, forget about it. Now, if you want to pick up my book and save a few fazools, go to authorhouse.com. That's authorhouse.com. Pick it up. Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime. Finally, if you want to sponsor or advertise on the RSR video email bag or Quick's RSR video email bag, or we got a lot of ors. It's not raining though. Hey, it's supposed to rain by the end of the week here in Tulsa though, so I should be careful with all these ors. RingsideReport.com, the heart of boxing. And finally, last but truly not least, the Bad Brad Berkowitz Show. Send serious business inquiries to, come on, you know the address by now, RingsideReport2014 at gmail.com. Okay? And before I go into your questions tonight, folks, and there's some good ones, real good ones, I want to thank you for reaching out to me on the Sinatra special that we did for Francis Albert Sinatra this past Sunday on the Bad Brad Berkowitz Show. It's truly humbling to receive IMs from people actually all over the world, not just here in Oklahoma, but all over the world. How you like that ad lib? Saying, we love it. We love that you talked about his humanitarian side because it doesn't get enough press. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, I'm never going to stop. Okay? You got me. All right? And without the viewers, there is no me. Okay? So keep subscribing to the RSR YouTube channel. Keep enjoying. Keep sending the questions in. And you know I'm always accessible. So if you reach out to me via IM, text, email, I'm always going to respond. A lot of people don't. It's a pet peeve of mine. How do you not respond to your viewers or your readers or your fans or whatever they are? How do you not do that? But I know people that do. Not me. Forget about it. Now, without further ado, let's get into your questions. First question. Bad Brad, me and the boys at the social club thank you for helping us cover down the Jacobs fight. Though you said unanimous decision, we still won big because odds were for Quillin. Hope you and yours have a Merry Christmas and not into that happy holiday bullshit. Okay. What do you hear about Doug DeWitt these days? I used to see him fight at the Westchester Auditorium years ago. Signed Dino from Brooklyn, New York. Yo, Dino. To you and the boys at the social club. Merry Christmas, Paisan. Happy New Year to you. I'm glad you guys won a few fossils. Usually I tell everybody go and pick against me, but I got that one right. And man, did Danny Jacobs stop him in the first round. Now, Doug DeWitt I actually interviewed Doug DeWitt about, man, it's probably 13, 15 years ago. Not in my book, though, but the interview was on ringsidereport.com. I think he's living in North White Plains or somewhere in that area, maybe Yonkers, I can't remember, somewhere in that vicinity, and I believe he owns a boxing gym. So check him out. I think he has a site, or he did on the internet. Tough guy, man. He was WBO champion. Tough guy. Interesting interview. And I'll leave it at that. All right, next question. Bad Brad. Love the show, and man, my mom and aunt were in tears watching your Sinatra special on the Bad Brad Berkowitz show. My Aunt Josie was a Bobby Soxer, and my mom was part of a fan club in the early 60s for Frank. You truly are a Sinatra historian, and love you talk about the stuff the media never wants to bring up because it doesn't sell papers. Grazie, Paisan. Well, thank you. That's very touching to me, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now, he goes on to say, my boxing question is this. Do you think the Jacobs-Quillin fight was stopped too soon? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Dominic A. from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fellow Italian living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Are you in the witness protection program like they seem to think I am, pal? I don't know. Forget about it. Well, Dominic A., that's a good question, and there was a lot of talk on Facebook and the boxing forums, a lot of articles written on this. I'm going to tell you straight up, no, I don't think it was stopped early. I think Harvey Doc did a fantastic job. You look at Quillian's eyes and the way he moved around the ring. First of all, there was no standing 8 count. I'm almost 100% on it. There was no standing 8 count. So Quillin didn't take a knee, which shows me he was completely out of it, because I would have taken a knee, okay, if I had the wherewithal to do it. It was a good stoppage. It was a shocker because everybody thought it would be the other way around. Quillin would stop Jacobs. But hey, two great fighters, even better than, and all props to Danny Jacobs, but what I enjoyed the most is after the fight, the sportsmanship, because they both are friends. But unfortunately, sometimes that happens. I remember a fight, and I think it was 91, when Maurice, the Iceman Blocker, had to take on Simon Brown. They both were from Maryland, D.C. area, and they were best of friends, but Simon wound up knocking him out. But it happens. Sometimes you got to fight like that. But in the ring, all the friendship goes out the door, but they showed class. And no knock on Peter Quillin. Sometimes there's people that have, some things to say about him. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to talk about how he acted after the fight. There was no excuses, at least in the post-fight press conference. So yes, I do think it was a good stoppage, and props to Harvey Doc, the referee. Last question. Bad Brad. I tried to like Tyson Fury. I really did. But then I saw this video where he once again attacked Lennox Lewis. Though I was not a fan of Lewis, I thought he was a class act during his entire title reign. What is wrong with Fury? And you think this is another stunt like the antics he pulled on Vlad to get in his head? Signed, Herbert J., London, England. Herbert J., yeah, that seems to be the big story today. Tyson, well, two things. IBF, which is a freaking joke. I don't want to make this an R-rated show. Stripped Tyson Fury. But didn't I call it, folks? I said they don't want a unified champion. They don't want one. They want a premium, a diesel, and unleaded, and all that bullshit. Forget the title belts. They mean nothing to me. Yes, Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion. Deontay Wilder is the other one. But those titles mean nothing. If they fight, that's who the heavyweight champion of the whole division is, in my opinion. Okay? Now, as far as Tyson Fury, I still like the guy. And I honestly think that he's just talking a lot of bullshit to stir it up. Kind of like Muhammad Ali did, so he could sell tickets. Because how many people didn't like Ali and bought tickets to go see him get his ass kicked? And Ali said it. Then if you don't like me, buy a ticket to see me get my ass kicked, which hardly ever happened, to be honest with you, as we most know. Only 5 losses, 56 wins in his career against 5 losses. Now, I think it's just a bunch of shit talking for Tyson Fury to sell whoever his next fight is. I don't think he really means it. And if he does, I should say it. Not if he does, not a word. If he does, then he's a Stromboli for saying it. But call him out on it. Okay? Stromboli Fury, if you are serious. Come on, man. Lennox Lewis was class. How are you going to say anything otherwise? All right, folks. That's another RSR video. Email bag in a can. And as we always do, forget about it. As Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.